Oh, okay. So the next one, now, now that you understand it, I can make this bit quicker. Some of you are thinking, Kannan, I don't take, I've never been on birth control pills. I've never taken my periods, stopping pills, blah, blah, blah. The so-called plastics that has come to our life, all the beautiful chicken KFC, this chicken
Uh,
curry, that chicken curry.
Kannan, can I put a question now at this stage? Is
Yeah,
it okay?
yeah, yeah. Go on.
I was just wondering, the liver produces both estrogen and progesterone, but in this case, when pills are taken, you are saying only estrogen gets produced, but not the other. How is that happening?
No, so that's a very good question. Okay, it's a very good question. I'll spend only 30 seconds. I am not saying, see, the, this is what I said. Imagine I come to you and throw you a challenge to you saying, hey, this is the process. There are ovaries, and inside the ovaries, there are eggs. Okay, and the eggs travel through the fallopian tube and it comes to the uterus. And the progesterone is only released when the egg is released from the ovary, and estrogen produces in the first 5 to 7 days, so that the blood nest forms. Now you come up with ideas of how you can interrupt this process. Why do I want to interrupt the process? If I even interrupt one aspect of this process, the chances of becoming pregnant is less. So the slide that I showed you, it's not just only production of more estrogen. In one case, it could be production of more progesterone. It basically, what we are doing is, I can take one by one, and we could be here for the whole day. Okay, that's get the principle right. What we are saying is, we are saying to the body, I am going to ask you to stop your rhythm. When you know when to produce estrogen, you know when to produce progesterone, blah, blah, blah. Stop that biochemical process. Now I am the pill here. I will tell you what to do. The pill might say there is no ovulation. The pill might say increase estrogen in 9th day. I don't know. It depends on what pill, what pharmacist, what manufacturer have done. Ultimately, their goal is to make sure the pregnancy doesn't happen. Okay, so I'm going to stop at there, and then if time is there, we will cover it little more detail at the end. Okay. So the other reason is plastics. Plastics chemical structure is estrogen. It's a synthetic estrogen, but 1,000 times more. You'll imagine, let's say all of you know benzene rings. I don't want to go to too much of science and chemistry here. Like a phenol, if you remember your studies, that's how the estrogen structure is. All of you know this. Can you give me the plastic that you've been advised to avoid? What is the name of that plastic that you've been advised to avoid? What free? You need to go for this free bottle.
BPA, BPA.
BPA. What is BPA? Anyone? Bisphenol A. Yeah. That phenol stuff in the middle is a phenyl ring, which mimics estrogen. If we are using plastics, if you are consuming food, see, I'm not putting fear in you, just telling you the fact on the table. If you know what is causing it, you can avoid it. Otherwise, you will be having conversation with your medical professional. They'll give you loads of tablets. Especially hot food, take away the hot chicken gravy in plastic box, or this kind of thermal wrapping is a recipe for, it's like taking a estrogen dose. Now, already hormone is imbalanced. And that happens. So say, now you know why I take a strong position to say avoid plastics, especially for the younger, I mean, even for boys. And please forgive me, I told you how I feel about delivering. I am not saying here saying I'm perfect, I don't use plastics, you guys need to change. I know how hard, this is the hardest bit in my life. I am finding difficult to remove plastics from my life. Right now, plastics have won the game, but one day I will win them over, but I am trying my best. Remember, I said life and truth, when it comes in front of you, it will be fearful. Let's take one more. Actually, I have got two more. This is really important. How many of you know about this pap smear test? Or how many of you have done it?
Every other year, doctors suggest to take that test here, Kannan.
Yeah. In the US?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Anyone in the UK?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So let's understand a little bit more about the beauty of how this body works. Okay. So what is a pap smear? They want to check if you know someone has got cancer, if there is an abnormal cell in the cervix, so that we can prevent, identify it early, and then do something about it. Yeah. And so how they do it, they put something inside, they make a prick, and then they take a cell, and then they look for any abnormal cell in that. That's what this so-called pap smear test is. But let us understand what happens when do you know that a sperm is a foreign element in the female body? When the sperm comes inside the female system, the female immune system will raise up to kill the sperm. You're all thinking, then how the hell I ended up here? Before the sperm acquires immune suppressing property from prostate gland. Okay, so it's like getting a VIP pass. So there is a VIP pass. When the sperm enters the female body, it shows the VIP pass. Hey, and what is that VIP pass? It's not just the VIP pass. Now the immune suppressing property of the sperm overpowers the women's immune system, and then say you go to sleep. Literally, the women's immune system is suspended when the sperm enters the female body. So now let's take a scenario where a woman gets a pap smear test, and then she comes home, and then they are intimate on that night. So there is a prick now in the cervix, there is a prick, there is a wound. For that wound to heal, the immune system should be active. But then now the sperm goes inside. The immune suppressing property of the sperm now forces the women's immune system not to work, stand back. That means that wound is not allowed to heal. And then if that happens, let's say every week, if that woman is active, they are intimate every week, when would that wound heal? And how long does it take for the wound to heal? Maybe 7 days if it's a normally healthy woman. You know, not drinking. I'm talking about not drinking, not smoking, not eating junk food, sleeps at 10 o'clock in the night. Now, if the women goes for another test in the same area, if they do another prick, what do they find? Abnormal cell. So I'm not saying pap smear test is wrong. I am saying if the pap smear test is done, the women should be advised not to be intimate for 3 to 4 weeks. Will it take 4 weeks? If you are so confident that you are leading a clean life, 2 weeks. Otherwise, 3 to 4 weeks. This one, all of you know. I'm not going to spend too much time. We all know. So when we say chicken, it takes, chickens are now given hormones to grow faster. Do you know what they give? Estrogen. Why? Because estrogen is a cell proliferator. If I keep on giving estrogen, what takes 60 days, I can grow the chicken in 10 days. What is estrogen dominance do? Cancer. And what is given to the cows now? Why do sanctuaries say do not drink milk? Because it's not milk. You are literally drinking estrogen. And estrogen, so somebody asked first question, why are young girls attaining puberty at a young age? Because lots of hormones have been given. From age 3 onwards, we all eat KFC chicken. Or grown in this hormonal way. I'm not saying stop eating chickens. I'm saying stop eating chickens. Go for organic. Because they completely disrupts our endocrine system. Last one, very difficult one for me. I really apologize, especially to the women now on the call. And you might think this is how I look. And in reality, this is how I am, okay? Because I don't want you to yell at me now. The point I'm going to show you will be very difficult to digest. So these are some of the cosmetics that our lovely mom, sisters, daughters, our spouses wear. And anything that you see in pink color is associated with cancer. And this is not my data. This is WHO data, by the way. Okay. And anything that you, so I'm not just here to put fear in your mind. That's not what I'm just sharing WHO's data. And anything you see in blue color could affect the fetus. So can you, let's see who has got a very eagle eye. Which one has the most number of chemicals?
Perfume?
Yeah, perfume, 250 chemicals. And it is linked to cancer and it is linked to hormone disruption. Perfume. What is the second highest chemical? So we'll do up to 3 and then we'll move on, conscious of time.
Lipstick?
Lipstick is 33, again linked to cancer and allergies. So we are all talking about allergies. Oh, I have hay fever. Where does hay fever come from? Here we go. And then what's the third one?
Deodorant and body lotion.
Deodorant and body lotion, absolutely. And see, all the top 3 that you mentioned, they are all related to cancer and hormone disruption. And look for, I want to give you some keywords for you to remember. Phthalates. If you see the word phthalates in any of this, then tell me which one it is. Phthalates, T-H-A-L-A-T-S. And then paraben. These are all the 2 words I want you to remember. Let's see if you can find out where is... Sorry, if you find phthalates and parabens, let me know on which item you found. How much time do I have? Okay, I have 5 more minutes. Yeah, nearly there. You have not still
Blush.
found?
Blush.
Blush. Okay, what did you find in blush?
Propyl paraben.
Paraben. Yes, paraben.
I think
Okay.
in nail varnish too.
Yes, it will be there in most places. Okay. Paraben you will find in most places, and phthalate you see in hairspray. You see,
Yeah.
you
Yes.
see in
It's there in nail
Fake
varnish.
tan, body lotion.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So any personal cosmetics that you buy, I'm not suggesting you buy. You know, Sanctuary says no to personal cosmetics, by the way. But if you buy, at least look for parabens and phthalates. And if you find these two, they are the most damaging and highly related to cancer, fibroid, and all the hormonal issues. There is no point in taking medication without making changes in this lifestyle. I'm not saying do not put makeup. I have no right to say that. Okay, there are ways. There are a lot of ways you can still do all of these things, but in a natural way. Okay, but don't ask me now, Kanan, what can I do? I don't have time.
Kanan, one question.
Mm-hmm.
So if we wear perfume over the dress, it's fine or?
No, because you are going to inhale it. It is going to go inside the body anyway. That paraben is the one that gives the phthalate. Phthalate is the one that gives you the sharp smell. In any perfume where it gives you really strong, sharp, beautiful smell, that is phthalate. And it's not whether it's in the dress or it doesn't matter. It will go through your nose. It will get into your bloodstream. Okay, now that you asked me that question, I will tell you what happens. Liver is the one that needs to manufacture your estrogen and progesterone. When they say hormonal disruption here, what they mean is this chemical, paraben and phthalate, it goes and stops that biochemical process, period. And then we talk about mood swings, painful periods, and all those things. It's bound to happen because this chemical is giving a command to your liver. You do not produce this biochemical pathway. I am here, I am in charge. Because these phthalates and parabens are nothing but synthetic estrogen mimickers. So the body will say, okay, I'll take a step back. And these parabens, see, body, let me put it in a very simple way. The number of estrogen that body produces are, let's say, for 10. I'm just using the number 10 for an illustrational purposes. The number of estrogen that comes from this paraben and phthalates is 10,000. The body will be confused. It doesn't know what to do. And now the liver's job is to detox these chemicals rather than making estrogen and progesterone, rather than making you happy hormones. The liver is so busy in trying to detox this. The liver has another 1,000 jobs to do, but it will suspend them because this is so damaging to the human health.
So what about sunscreens then?
Sunscreen is also in the same category. Sunscreen is also in the same category.
Okay, Kannan, it's kind of second-hand smoking I'm asking. So if somebody else who's sitting near us is wearing that kind of perfume and we are inhaling.
Yeah, I know. This is getting complicated, right? But yeah. So, but then the intensity is going to be less. The intensity is going to be less. Yeah.
Okay.
Kanan, can you advise us how can we replace the deodorant, please?
There are options available. Okay, there are options available. You can the clue I will give you is essential oil. But you have to do research. But I can help you, but I don't have time now. Okay, so there are products available or you can make your own using essential oil. But essential oil also you need to be careful because it can cause allergic reaction. You need to find out what suits you, and there are ways to do it. Okay, but let's do that in another session. It's we can do women's beauty one full session. But I want to cover very important points now. Plastics, milk, hormone injected chicken, pills, especially HRT, hormonal replacement therapy, birth control pills, period stopping pills, and holding intense emotions, shame, anger, they are the top one that we need to deal with. Okay, so what's the difference here you see in this picture? Any? Okay, so you see these are all the size 0 models, thin women. That is the perception of beauty nowadays. And then if I see my seniors are here, okay, 1960s, 1970s. When I look at those movies, the perception of beauty is very different. The women are at least 3 times bigger in size, but still the men at that point in time, they really fell for them. Okay, Kannan, what's the point you are making? Look at Silk Sumita. Is she looking like a size 0 model? So the idea that the world asked you to eat low-fat food, and they created an image in front of you that being thin means you are beautiful, is the most stupidest idea. Women need cholesterol. Without cholesterol, there is no hormones. I'm not saying you become obese. Okay, I'm not saying you become overweight. You need to have certain amount of muscle, flesh, and cholesterol and fat in the body. That's how the nature has created. So let's summarize. Okay, what is Kannan? Okay, what are you asking us to do? This is all fine. We seem to understand how we are deviating. Number one, I've given this one. You can take picture if you wanted to. Anyway, this session is recorded, so you will get this in the YouTube channel as well. Go for natural contraceptive methods. Do not use pills. That will disrupt with your hormones. Procreate with a purpose. Not because the society expects, it's a social symbol. If I don't have a baby, I am an incomplete woman. No. Third one, I don't know how many of you know, we are not supposed to be speaking on the phone for more than 6 minutes. The radiation from the mobile is associated with cancer. Again, WHO report, it's not Kannan's opinion. Now think about women, how many women are speaking on the phone for 6 hours, not 6 minutes?
Kannan, one question. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, how about with the Bluetooth and earphones?
I would say if you are going to be speaking for a long time, use your laptop, not the phone. Phone is for quick, short calls. Hi, hello, I'll come here for a 5 minutes conversation. If you are going to be in, for example, this discussion, you should not be on the phone. You should be on a laptop.
So, work. So, for many of us, the work requires us to be on the phone the entire day.
That is wrong. They cannot expect you. You can sue them. Okay. I also work. They have advised me. See, it's very rare I get a call from my office. Everything must be scheduled on Skype, and it has to happen in a laptop. I only call people to coordinate, and I'm here, you are here. That's short conversations. Or if I have to nudge someone, hey, you are supposed to join this meeting, can you join? For short calls. An employer cannot ask you to use phone for long conference call. You have the right to ask for a laptop, a headset, and this is, I mean, this is a very simple thing. You just have to have a very small conversation with your employer.
Kannan, I have a small question associated with this. Does this hold good for other gadgets that are associated with radiation like Fitbit, iWatch, etc. as well, or would that
Anything that emits radiation and looks for tower signal? See, the issue with mobile phone is it's constantly looking for signal from the tower. That's not the case with your laptop.
So, Karan, when you said phone, you are specifically talking about mobile phone, right?
Yes,
So you're not
yes,
talking about,
yeah.
okay.
Not your 2G handset, no. Sorry,
Okay.
2G handset, no.
That's
So
where I
in,
got.
right. So nowadays many people wear Apple Watch all the time. So it is.
Yeah, what can I say? What can I say? I think
But in
I
Apple Watch, we don't. I mean, if we don't enable the call features, right? I think
yeah.
we should be good. I guess.
I leave it to you. I know that it's created a lot of discussion. I'll leave it to you to decide. Okay. Then yeah. Sorry.
Karan, just a question. Do you have some examples for natural contraceptive methods?
Yes, I mean, there are simple things. It's one very simple thing is called withdrawal. Yeah.
That is not to have intercourse when we want to.
No. I'm saying before ejaculation, you withdraw. So Italian men are the best, supposedly. Or the second is you need to, the calendar rhythm method is, I know they are not foolproof. Okay.
Yeah.
But there are, Google it, you will have a lot. But if the interest level is there, we can have a separate session.
Because personally, I had gone through some male contraceptive methods as well, but most of them, which is quite reliable, are surgery based. So most of the things which works really well and with less side effects seems to be what female contraceptive methods, which is suggested in NHS. But as you mentioned, yeah, there is definitely a interruption with the monthly cycle. Yeah. But I don't see any other better options at the moment for this at the moment. So as you said, the withdrawal is a good thing, but any other practical solutions at the moment? Something like if there is a real natural contraceptive method which really works, that would be really interesting actually.
Okay, we'll cover that. There are a couple of things available. We'll set up a follow-up. So, given the interest levels, I'll set up another session for this. I'm running out now. This is the last slide. I'll take 3 more minutes.
Quick question before you go to the next slide. Okay. You said that the laptops are fine, right? But even laptops are always looking for Wi-Fi signal too. So
yeah, I know.
What's your take on that?
When I say fine, I'm not saying it's healthy. I'm saying, given the constraints with the job, everything that we have in your world, the highest amount of radiation comes from keeping your mobile on your ears for more than 6 minutes. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying use a laptop is healthy. That's absolutely not what I'm saying.
And how much of this yoga or meditation is going to minimize this ill effects?
It will to a certain extent. It's like, on the one hand we pour hot water, and then in the other hand you pour cold water. So yeah, will it nullify? I don't know. It depends on, somebody does for 5 minutes and then expects everything. Yeah. See, that's what, look when I complete this slide, you look at it, you will understand just give me 2 minutes. Okay. You will get the point what I'm trying to say. Next is plastics. I took a challenge with my son. I said, every time we go to a supermarket, can we come out of the supermarket without plastics? Whether I banana or I buy tomatoes or I buy anything, I couldn't. That's a very low intensity. Okay, I don't want to spend too much of my effort in trying to change an area which is going to have a less impact. But when I order a takeaway, can I go like how our parents used to do? We used to take a silver boxes, our own yellow bag. We never carried hot soup, hot tea, hot chicken curry in a plastic bag. Can we start there? Can we not store food in plastic containers and use micro oven to heat it up? That's what I'm talking about. And can we not drink hot Costa or Starbucks coffee in that cup? And they will say it's BPA free, but still some chemical is coated inside the that plastic cup. You're not just drinking coffee, you're drinking a load of chemicals into it. And you pay for that. You pay $4. First of all, I say don't drink coffee. And then on top of that, you use a BPA-free plastic cup. I know we haven't touched nutrition. So all women, cabbage family. Cabbage family. If your stomach is not suited for cabbage family, then make a soup. When I say make a soup, I mean the stock. So boil cabbage, broccoli, whatever, drain the stock, the water, add some salt and pepper and eat it. Because for some people, you might have stomach upset if you have a lot of cabbage or kale or broccoli. And some of you will ask, Kannan, if I have a thyroid imbalance, can I have this? Yes, you can. But you take it as a stock and then drink it. That's the first thing I'll ask you to do. Second is, you need cholesterol and fat. Do not buy the lie that you should eat low fat. Sanctuary advice is you need to eat high fat, but it should be plant-based fat. What you absolutely need to avoid is trans fat. Trans fat means cake, crisp, chocolate, Ferrero Rocher, Lindt, Belgium chocolate, all those happy birthday chocolates and cakes is what chicken nuggets, they are trans fat. Pizza is trans fat. Burger is trans fat. You need to have a lot of fish. You need to have a lot of coconut. You can have coconut oil, flaxseed oil, chia seeds, nuts, seeds, avocado, sesame seeds. We have discussed this, so I'm not going to cover that in a lot more detail. Okay. Another thing you need to eat is black fruits. Black, dark purple, pink, violet, purple. So blackberry, blueberry, elderberry, dates, pomegranate, strawberries, any berry in the local area that you get. In India, you get gooseberry, jamun, anything that's in pink, dark pink, black, plums, aubergine. Look for black, dark brown. Sesame seed, black sesame seeds, black urad dal. Anything that's in black color is anti-cancer. That's the takeaway for you from this slide. That's why I asked Krishnaveni, you did a fantastic kali yesterday out of fenugreek and black urad dal. That's a must on a weekly basis for women. Once a week. Urad dal porridge. Urad dal kanji with palm jaggery. Yeah.
May I know which oil is best for deep frying?
Oil for deep frying, coconut oil or groundnut oil. If you're in India, groundnut oil.
Yeah, we are in India actually. And how about rice bran oil?
Not the gingerly oil. It's the same oil.
It's not for frying, but for not frying, gingerly oil is good. But for frying, I would go for organic, cold pressed coconut oil or groundnut oil.
Okay.
Some people are saying the burnt things can causes cancer. Is that true? Like tandoori and rotis, which are burnt. Is that
Yeah.
true?
Yes, it is true. It is true. It is true because when it's in the oven and if it reaches certain temperature, some carcinogenic chemicals are produced. See, if you are having it, think about it. If you are going to have it once in 6 months in summer, once in 3 months some barbecue, don't even feel guilty about it. Just enjoy it. But if that's your daily food, yeah, it has a problem. Okay. The last one is.
I also have one more question.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
May I know what is that Castile soap liquid?
Yeah, somebody noticed it. I really like it. So, just Google in Castile soap. It is a harsh chemical-free soap, liquid soap made out of vegetables.
Ah, okay.
And that is the soap we should be using definitely in the kitchen. So if you are cleaning your kitchen top, your cooker, your vessels, your hand, rather than using Dettol, harsh chemicals, using Cif, that kind of brand.
Rather than using Vim.
Yeah, rather than using Vim. Yeah, Castile soap is a multi-purpose cleaner. You can clean your bathroom, you can clean your kitchen, you can even use it as a body wash.
Oh, okay.
With different concentration. It's a very highly concentrated liquid soap. If you dilute it, then you can use it on your body. Mami, can you?
Mr. Kannan, is it available in India?
Yes, it is available in India as well.
Thank you.
It's available in India.
So our soap nuts like shikakai, and traditionally that's what we used to use.
That you use in India for your body. You don't need. I am saying this for cleaning agents. For body, the best is to use besan, kadalama, gram flour, or use green gram flour or rice flour. There are plenty of things for body.
Right.
Castile soap is for cleaning agents.
Okay.
Okay. So when it comes to clear lifestyle for women, squatting is important. You see the picture there? That is what will strengthen your uterus and your feminine health.
Kannan, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, go on.
So instead of Lysol and Harpic, we can dilute the Castile soap liquid and use it for cleaning, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. You can put some essential oil also to get some nicer smell, whatever you like. 1 drop of peppermint or lavender will make your kitchen smell beautiful, or even your bathroom.
Okay. Right.
So I know you are all asking a lot of questions, but this is my last slide. Okay. Somebody asked me, Kannan, if I do yoga and those things, will I nullify? The reason I didn't answer then is, there are so many parameters. I can't give you an answer yes or no. I don't know your radiation level. I don't know your plastic consumption. I don't know the pills and drugs you are taking. I don't know whether it can nullify all of it. But if you are doing as much as possible and then you do yoga and those things, yeah, it can potentially nullify.
Kannan, I want to add a couple of yoga postures for women's health. The butterfly pose.
Yeah.
Is very good for the uterus.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Anything else, Krishnaveni? You said couple. You said one. You want to say?
I mean, there is one more. I don't know that asana's name, but I'll find out and I do that, but I don't know the name of that asana.
Okay, that's fine. See, I know there is a lot of questions from you. That's all I had to cover. Okay, so in summary, take a photo of this slide. This is what you need to do. I am not saying if you do all of this, your problem will be, gone away. But this is the foundation first do this. At least 80% of you who may have any issues, it will disappear. And if you have young girls in the family, even from the young age, start implementing this, so that when they reach that age, they will have a happy life. That's all I have. Happy to take any questions. Otherwise, I know we have overrun by 10 minutes, but love the engagement from you guys.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, can you hear me? Rice bags and wheat flour or whatever we buy, it will be the plastic, right? So I know we can't avoid, but we should avoid if if we have
Yeah.
that opportunity. Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I don't know, are you new to Sanctuary?
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, wheat flour and rice is, we don't recommend that anyway. Yeah.
As an example, in the shop, whatever we buy comes with plastic.
Yeah.
Bag, the plastic bag.
Agreed. The first thing is, when it comes to plastic, make sure at least, sorry, if you're not speaking, can you go on mute? Mummy, can you put them on mute, whoever is speaking? So when it comes to plastic, the priority is not to put hot items in the plastic. That is the first thing we need to stop. The second thing is, do not consume water bottle in plastic. Water in plastic bottles. Third thing is, do not consume coffee and tea in takeaway cups. Fourth thing is, do not consume anything that comes in cans and cartons. So your Tropicana juice, your fruit shoots, Pepsi, Cokes, anything that's a recipe. That's a recipe for estrogen overload. You are talking about the second priority. If a rice and wheat flour comes in a plastic bag, I'm not saying it's healthy, but it's not going to do too much damage. It's not going to take us to the point of cancer or big issues. But having hot food in plastics regularly, because we are all, I know that most families order takeaway once a week.
Yeah. Okay, I understood. And how about oil? I use olive oil, cooking one for to make curries, or I don't deep fry, but do you think?
No, olive oil is not to be heated. It is for salad dressing and for uncooking.
Yeah, I'm buying the cooking one, like the one which we can use it for cooking.
If you live in India, coconut oil and groundnut oil, cold pressed, organic, raw is the best. If you are living outside of India, then organic, raw coconut oil is for frying, or grapeseed oil. Organic raw grapeseed oil is what I would suggest, or avocado oil in the northern hemisphere of the world. For India, coconut oil and groundnut oil, organic, cold pressed, locally produced is the best. You don't
from
need
the
olive
UK.
oil.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Karan, may I ask you a small question?
Yeah.
This is Neeraja.
Yes, Neeraja, ma'am.
And you are talking about cabbage soup, and you are recommending it even for these people who have this thyroid problem. I know the reason why you are recommending that. What is the use of using this cabbage soup?
Yeah, no, good question. So what it is going to, I might use some technical terms here. So the use of cabbage family will open up the biochemical pathway. It's called highway, if I'm not wrong, it's called highway 2 chemical pathway of the liver. That means it will detox the chemical estrogens that's already in the system. So let's say somebody has taken a pill before, somebody has taken a lot of plastics and all those things. The cabbage family will stimulate the liver and ask the liver to choose a certain biochemical pathway to get rid of those synthetic estrogens.
Okay, it's fine for even for the thyroid patients also.
Yeah,
in that
but
case?
as a stock, not as
As a
soup.
stock. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Soup is advisable.
No, not as a. I mean, I don't want you to blend the fiber of the cabbage. You boil
Ah,
the cabbage and drain the water as a stock.
ah.
Yeah,
Water should be taken
yeah, yeah.
with the pepper and this
Pepper, jeera, you
pink
put
salt,
some garlic, pink salt,
ah,
Celtic
ah,
salt. Yeah,
ginger and all.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you. And could you have any solution for the heart flushes and all?
All these things. So the solution is this. If you take a photo of this slide or watch this video when it's uploaded, if you can, I mean, this is not easy task. What I have given you, my prescription here.
Yes, yes, wonderful presentation.
This, if
But
you do
still,
this, hot flushes will go.
okay, okay, okay,
Because
okay.
what is hot flush? Hot flush is lot of estrogen sitting inside the body,
Yeah,
pumping
it's
lot
a
of
common
blood.
here, no?
Yeah.
Even the young teenage girls and sometimes they are also complain, and even the menopause women also complain that.
Yes, it is common in menopause women, followed by osteoporosis after menopause. Because after menopause, this is the converse now. After menopause, the body doesn't produce estrogen.
Then
So,
how to cope up with the after menopause session, especially this knee pain, joint pains,
yeah,
and knee
yeah,
pains and all.
yeah.
And could you have any solution for this, especially after the menopause?
Yeah, the focus on the third one, cabbage family, all black color, dark purple fruits, pomegranate, then weekly once urad dal or fenugreek or kanji.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
must. That will rebuild your bone strength.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a common problem here in
Yes, I
India,
know.
especially.
Not only in India, it's everywhere. Universal problem. Universal problem. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Wonderful presentation.
So the rice and wheat you are saying avoid, so we have to replace it with millets.
Yeah, millets is an option. Red matta
Quinoa.
rice is an option.
Quinoa.
Yeah, quinoa is an option. You
What is
instead
the you said millets, quinoa, and the third one?
red matta rice. Kerala red matta rice.
Red muttar, M-U-T-T-E-R?
Matta, M-A-T-T-A, matta rice.
Okay. Okay.
Or einkorn flour. I mean, this is because you're new. I mean, the sanctuary people know this. There is a flour called spelt, S-P-E-L-T, that you can use to make chapatis and puris and all those things that you do with the wheat flour. Okay. Are there any more? Yeah, somebody has put red matta rice. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'm happy. I know even though we are overrunning, I'm happy to stay, but I'm only conscious of your time. You guys have any other questions?
What is the flour you said instead of wheat? I missed that.
It's in the chat window. Okay, spelt flour.
Oh.
Yeah, S-P-E-L-T, spelt flour. Yeah.
That chena dal with skin, you know, that is mostly recommended for women
Yes,
in India. So
absolutely. That's a good one. I don't know who said that?
This is Samraja.
Yes, that's brilliant. That's a brilliant input. Really, thank you for that. That's not only in India, universal, everywhere. That you can have. Like sundal, right? How we make
Correct.
pressure cooker.
For women especially, they recommend it strongly.
Yes, because it's gluten free, and then it has lots of calcium and iron. Okay, see spinach. If I go back to my previous slide, is one green shot a day. Can you take 3 or 4 of this? And then see first week whether can you follow. Can you start with 1 green shot a day? I mean, it could be spinach, it could be coriander leaves, 1 green shot. And then can you do 8 squats?
What quantity? When you say
short,
how much? Short.
Have you had shot? Tequila shot? That is the quantity, shot. Take it as a
Oh,
shot.
okay.
Yeah, take it as. So, and then try to first, then take a pledge. I am never going to put hot food in my plastic. If somebody gives you a takeaway plate, if you go to a party and somebody offers you hot rasam in a plastic paper plate, say no. Teach your children. I mean, what's the point of earning all of this? Remember how our previous generation lived. They ate in banana leaf, they ate in silver plate, they ate in porcelain plate. Why are we eating in plastics? So select 3 or 4 from this. First week, try it. Second week, try 3 more, and then slowly make the change. Don't think you are expected to do all the changes in one go. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. It's been an enjoyable session for me. You guys were very
Kannan?
engaging.
Kannan?
Okay.
One last question.
Okay.
Uh,
No, go on.
The spelt and the Einkorn flour, which you said already, is not easily available in India. Do you have any other options for that, or should we source it only through online?
No, in India you have Joha, you have sorghum. You can make chapati from pearl millet.
Yeah,
Sorghum.
but for the wheat flour, instead of the wheat flour.
Instead of the wheat flour, you need to look for Einkorn flour or spelt flour. You will get it in India. Those, see, the reason why we are saying no to wheat is the wheat that you get in the supermarket. It's not a wheat.
Yeah.
It is a hybridized
Hybrid.
version of
Yeah.
wheat. So the original wheat that your parents used to take to the nearby rice mill and then grind that wheat is called Einkorn.
Oh, okay. So we can do that instead of the
you can.
word Einkorn.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Kannan?
Yeah.
The other asana I mentioned was Malasana, garland pose, which we used to sit in Indian toilets, right? So it's kind of that kind of.
Yeah.
So I posted in the chat. Also, I will post in our WhatsApp group.
Brilliant. So Krishnaveni, we do this in ours, our guys will know, ask them. It's called Indian 2 pose. Okay. That's what I have named. Indian 2 pose. Okay. Thank you.
Kannan, I just also want to ask if or remind you about the Kavuni Arisi, the black wild rice, in case it's important as well.
Yes, that's also good. That's also good. It's also good. Okay, a lot of engagement. Thank you, guys. I'm going to ask.
If not this session, some other session, will you be touching upon substitutes for milk, because milk is so much used to in our diet?
That is something I touch upon in every session. That Sanctuary guys, they all know. A lot of alternatives for milk we've been discussing.
In India. In India.
Yeah, in India only. In India only.
Oh, okay.
But that's a separate session, as you say.
Okay.
Okay, so conscious of time, Shyamala, could I request you to wrap it up with a vote of thanks? And then, sorry, this has taken slightly longer. But anyway.
Absolutely, Kannan. My pleasure. Probably one of the very few sessions where the presenter wants the session to be wrapped up, but not the audience. It just goes to say the level of interest and involvement we all have in this, Kannan. Thank you so much. And I think I want to choose the simplest words. Thank you for everything that you guys are doing selflessly. The amount of detail that you go into, the unique style of delivery, and most importantly, being honest. I think that really touches most of us. And this particular session is yet another hit, I would say. Certainly have given us a lot of eye openers. I think we have to make those changes. And for my experience, guys, I know there are quite a few people who have joined this session newly. Some of us have been associated with Sanctuary for a while. This has been the best session that has given us a sustainable change in our lives. We have gone with many things like detoxifications, diets, and even some trials with weight reductions and so on and so forth. But nothing was holistic. Nothing was really putting everything together and giving us real reflection points, right? So Kannan and Jerry, to you too, I think you really included the physical well-being, mental well-being, emotional well-being into these sessions. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Can't say enough.
Thank you, Shamla, for those kind words. Brilliant. So, I mean, I really mean this statement that's here on the screen. So that's a takeaway for all my sisters, mom, and other people in the call. So that's how I want you to think, feel, and walk at least 10 inches taller. Not using a heel shoe, but this thought itself should elevate your life. So thank you. Have a good weekend, and we'll speak next week again.
Thank you so much, Kannan.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mr. Kannan.
It was very useful.
Thank you.